Hello guys and welcome back once again in the new lecture of React Native. In my previous lecture, we have discussed the components and in this lecture we will discuss the JSX. So if you did not watch my previous lecture of the component, so I have given the link in the description box. So you can watch my previous lecture of component. In this lecture, we will discuss the JSX. JSX actually we use in the React and React Native both. So in the React Native we also use the JSX. So JSX actually a syntax that let you write element inside JavaScript. So actually this is a syntax of the JavaScript, and React docs have a comprehensive guide to JSX. You can refer to learn more about the JSX. Suppose I am clicking this link. This is the official documentation of the React, and here the definition is given of the JSX, that JSX is a syntax extension for JavaScript that let you write HTML markup inside a JavaScript file. So actually this is the definition of the JSX. So you can say the JSX is a syntax extension for the JavaScript. So actually in the JSX, putting markup into JavaScript file. So web has built on HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So many years web developer kept content in HTML, design in CSS and logic in JavaScript. So and all these things often in separate files. So content was marked up inside HTML while the page logic lived separately in JavaScript. So before the JSX, we use actually this type of syntax. HTML is the separate and JavaScript in a separate file. But as web become more interactive, logic increasingly determined a content and JavaScript was in charge of HTML. This is why React rendering logic and markup live together in the same place components. So now back inside the React Native, and here because JSX is actually a JavaScript, you can use variable inside it, and here you are declaring a name for the cat name, embedding it with the curly braces inside text. So here is actually a given example, and cat here is a component, and here we are declaring a name and we are using this name inside the component. So let's begin with practical example. So open the Visual Studio Code, and here we will use the JSX. Here app is actually a component, and suppose we want to use here JSX. So suppose I am declaring here name, and I'm cutting this syntax from here and I am saving here as a string. And in the JSX we can use here like this. Inside the curly braces we can use any variable. So suppose name is a variable here, and I am paste here inside the curly braces. So actually this is the syntax of the JSX. We are using here JavaScript inside HTML tags or React Native components. So in the React we use here div, and here we use the p tags. So inside the React we can also use JSX, and in the React Native you can use JSX with the React Native components. So here we are using the React Native components, view, text. So all these are the React Native components, and here we are using name like this. This is actually the syntax of the JSX. Suppose I am saving this and want to run this. Yeah, so our message is displayed in the emulator. So you can use the JSX variable inside the component, and you can also use outside the component like this. So you can use like this also. So the message will be displayed the same way. I want to use here another variable name 2, and you can use here like this, and you can save it also here, and you can display with the second name also like this. We'll save this and the response will be show like this. You can give the space here and your message will be display in the same way. So you can use the JSX syntax conditionally also. Suppose I want to use here any condition, so you can declare all the variables inside the component and outside component also. Suppose here I am taking another variable and giving here a name a. Suppose the value of the a is equal to 10 and I want to display my message as a conditionally, so I am taking here name 3 and name 4. So the second message I want to display, and in the JSX I want to add here a condition. Suppose the value of a is equal to 10. So you can add your condition inside the text here. Suppose I am adding here the condition. So in this type of syntax, so JavaScript developers can use the template literals ESX to concatenate strings. So we can use here like this percent symbol in here. So like this we can concatenate strings in JavaScript, and in the same way we can copy and paste the same string here and paste here, and using here 3 and 4. So the conditionally we can use like this. So here we are using the condition. If the value of the a is equal to 10, then the first condition will be executed, and if the condition will be false, then the second condition will be executed. So now suppose I am saving this code and check in the simulator. So the first message is displaying here, welcome in coding Gyaan. So suppose if this condition is not true, so suppose I am changing here and changing here the value of a is equal to 12. So now save this. So you can check here the message is changed now. So like this we can use the JSX conditionally in the React Native. So you can use this message in multiple lines also. Yeah, so like this we can use the JSX in the React Native. So I hope this video is helpful for understanding the basics of the JSX. So if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching.